Welcome to Drinks Coach. I took a week off, middle of summer. Was getting a bit pressured. Had enough for a little while, and thought it'd be nice to come back with a festive special. I've got some wonderful things here to try, and this is a very, very complicated, big catch-up roundup of lots of things I've been collecting for some time now. This is probably going to be quite a long one, but we'll see how quickly we can get through the stuff. Yes, lockdown has been tough on bars and restaurants, as you know, and a lot of my dear friends who I communicate with on a daily basis, both through social media and in person, have had to become incredibly creative in order just to stay alive. Some people have done it so well they have thrived, and we'll come on to that in a minute. But other people, just to keep things ticking over, looked at ways to just keep their business going, even though they were an on-trade business, a business that depended on people coming in, enjoying the experience and the atmosphere of a bar. They were trying to replicate that, at least on a small level. I'll start off with a big shout out to one of my good friends, Sly Augustin, who has the most amazing bar, cocktail lounge in Notting Hill. And we're just coming up to the August bank holiday, so he will be missing the Notting Hill Carnival. I think his sales go up something like 500% over that period. So it's a tough time for him to lose that much revenue, especially after what we've been through. But Sly at Trailer Happiness, shout out to you all, Bianca and your amazing team, to Paul McFadden, and all the DJs, cocktail bartenders and everyone that have been trained or otherwise shared in the fraternity and family of Trailer Happiness. Sly, you do amazing things for the community. Everyone loves you, quite rightly. And I think a while back I asked if I could use your your rum punch, which you started to sell out on the streets, trying to get the vibe going, music out on the street, putting a bar inside, making sure it was fully quarantined, people were coming along and drinking daiquiri or some of the Portobello Rum Punch. Here's some here. Now, I don't even know if this is still drinkable. I don't even know if you're still selling it. But this is really a shout out to you and to all that you have done. He was very instrumental in helping out with Grenfell and is very strongly involved in the local community, black or otherwise. Anyway, cheers. Yeah, that still works. He makes the most amazing rum punch. I'll be very sad not to be having that next weekend. So I'm doing it now. And by the way, I'm filming this in the morning because my wife and I are going off for a fun night in Southend-on-Sea. Anything's better than just staying here for another 6 months. So we'll be taking some of these wonderfully portable cocktails with us. So yeah, starting off with the Portobello Rum Punch of Trailer Happiness. Shout out to you boys. They were selling this in the street, £7 for a large bottle, shaking it into a glass so you could take it away. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but you must go to Trailer Happiness. They've had a refit, and it is one of the cocktail bars over the last, I think it's 13 or 14 years that Sly's owned it, that I have spent most of my money, time and love in. Okay, next up, talking about premixes and everything else, the lovely Jenny Gray, who used to work for a PR company in Soho, but is now working for quite a fancy one, asked me if I tried her pre-mixed Bloody Mary. Now, I have a real problem with this because Bloody Marys are special to me, and there's nothing worse in the world than a bad Bloody Mary, in my opinion. Well, check this out. This is Bloody Drinks, bloody classic. And I have to tell you that with a few exceptions, this is one of the best pre-mixed Bloody Marys I've had in a while. Cheers. Nice kick of horseradish in there. Nice and fruity. Got a spicy edge to it. A little bit sweet. Very high quality tomato juice. Wait right there, because I can't talk about that without mentioning dear bloody Ben. I think I might mention this before. I'm not sure. There you go. You haven't ever seen me walk out of a shop before. But this guy makes the best post-mix on the market. I strongly recommend that you buy some. It's about £7 for 330 mils, but it goes a long way. That makes about, I think, 14 Bloody Marys or something. Fantastic stuff. So I actually add a little bit of this to that. Perfect Bloody Mary. No need to mess around. No wastage. There we go. 2 drinks down. We had one Bloody Mary, one Portobello Rum Punch. Now let's get on to the serious nitty-gritty of portable drinks and premixes. First of all, a shout out to Mia and Bobby. Bobby Hiddleston and Mia Johansson, who are the super couple who owns Bar Swift in London, and they've just opened another bar. Just won world's best bar when lockdown started. Now, can you imagine being voted the world's best bar and then being able to do nothing in order to use that as a promotional tool? Well, they started making mixes, which they then started delivering out on a sort of drink-by-drink basis, and made all sorts of special drinks. There was a rhubarb and custard milk punch, which was fantastic. Very, very high quality, as you can imagine, from the world's best bar. And if you're ever in Soho, you must frequent Swift. It's the old Lab Bar in Old Compton Street, which is now an even better bar with the most incredible whiskey bar downstairs. Hard to really describe or imagine a better cocktail institute than this. Anyway, so loving you both, Bobby and Mia. But we don't have any of their drinks here today. Plenty more things to do, though. So let's move on to David Ross. Right, David Ross. Who's David Ross? David Ross contacted me through LinkedIn and said that he's got this brilliant idea for low wastage, portable garnishes at home. And I said, well, what kind of garnish are you talking about? So, well, I freeze dry fruit. And you can buy it in packets, you can leave it in the cupboard, and then when you want a cocktail, you just drop it in and Bob's your uncle. I said, does that really work? Well, we're about to find out. Okay, so this is David's lemons, if you like. They come in sachets like this, in packets. What you do is you take a piece of freeze-dried lemon and you put it into the drink at the bottom to start with. What we're going to do now is, I'll tell you what, we'll try we'll try a different tonic in a minute. But I'm going to pour quite a large pour of the amazing Kino Bisei Export Navy Strength Japanese gin. Then what I'm going to do is rather great tonic out, which I'll go on to in a minute. There we are, a bit of ice in there. And where are we? I didn't get a bottle opener. Where are we? There we go. Wait. And this is the London Essence Pomelo and Pink Peppercorn Gin. Tonic. See, it's got a little pink colour to it. And there you have it. A perfectly rehydrated roundel of lemon. It even smells nice and lemony. Amazing technology. What do you reckon? Fantastic, huh? So you can pour this stuff around. Raspberries, oranges, limes, blueberries. He free dries all sorts of fruit, and it works very, very well, I have to say. So cheers to you, David. Good work. I'll leave all the details in the description below. Good gin, good tonic. Lovely. Right, moving on. On to Rob at Aster Lee Brothers. Rob, a like-minded individual who I met through the production of my/R, shout out to you, Thomas, winter gin liqueur, which I'll do a piece on close to Christmas. But Rob at Aster Lee Brothers has been making aperitivos and digestivos, but in England, in London. What are they? Well, an aperitivo are those bitter drinks that you use to things like Aperol Spritz, Campari Spritz, that sort of thing, but vermouths with wormwood and bitter flavours, gentian and so forth in them. Or digestivos, which are post drinks like Amaros. There's a drink called Fernet Branca in Italy where he makes an English version, effectively, of Fernet. And these drinks, although they seem perfectly horrible when you're a child, become incredibly addictive when you grow up. They're very grown-up flavours. Well, as you can imagine, with a business that specific, times have been tough, not having bars open, because it's not the kind of thing that people go to a supermarket to buy. So he set up this amazing club. This is the Aster Lee Brothers Cocktail Club. He's recruited Joe Schofield, one of the world's best bartenders. In fact, he was voted International Bartender of the Year I think at the Class Awards 2 years ago, I think it was, quite rightly. Used to run the Savoy Cocktail Bar, the American bar, which is truly one of the greatest and most important cocktail institutions in the world. Went on to run a world-class, world-leading bar in Singapore. Now he's a consultant. So every month, what he does is you can buy this online. You have a QR code. It tells you all about the drink. This is last month's, which I've been saving up for this show. This month he's doing a Blackcurrant Spritz, I believe. But it's as simple as this. Put this in the freezer an hour before you drink it. This is a Joe Scoville made pink Negroni. So let's just, there we go. Gosh, slightly slushy, which is quite cool. Also, along with each monthly club offering, he specialises in showing new products. This is the one that came last month. This was Cabby's Gin. Very, very high quality. And in fact, the tonic I used in the gin tonic was supposed to go with this as well. But Joe Schofield is creating new drinks each month. They're coming up with something with a bitter twist, either a Negroni, which is incredibly fashionable anyway, or something along those lines, a Spritz. Let's see how good they are. This is important. Nothing worse than a pre-made Negroni if it's no good. By heck, that's good. That is genuinely delicious, I have to say. Yes, absolutely fantastic. Well, going very, very well. Trotting along. How many drinks have we made so far? Counting. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where are we going next? We're going to cocktail delivery. Jim out there, shout out to you. So thank you for your incredible generosity. Jim from Lincoln, who used to run a bar, which has been up until recently, I think, shut. I think it's opening again this weekend. It might be this weekend, I think. Realised very, very quickly that if bars weren't open, people still wanted cocktails. And he decided, you either go hard or you go home. And he set up a nationwide DHL express delivery next day cocktail company, selling either large bottles, 70cl bottles, or 2 small 20cl bottles, so 2 different pouring sizes of some of the great classic cocktails. Here we've got Espresso Martini. I'll show you how simple that is to make. Okay, so if I just put some ice in here. Nope. Like that. And then this is a premix. It's made from all the premium ingredients. It's made from Kahlua. It's made from premium cold pressed coffee, decent quality vodka. I don't have the garnish. Dick Bradshaw will be turning in his grave, sadly, if I didn't have the 3-bean garnish. But I'm afraid I don't have any whole coffee beans here. But I'm sure you can imagine it. There you go. 1 perfect Espresso Martini. If you buy 70cl, I think that gives you something like 10 cocktails, and it comes out at about £40. So £4 a drink, pre-mixed. By the time you've made that many espressos in a bar, it's probably about 40 quid. But actually, ever so slightly on the sweet side, but most people would like things sweeter than me anyway. That's the real deal. Absolutely delicious. Fantastic. Espresso Martini from Jim at Cocktail Delivery. I thought about doing another one, possibly. Yes, I will. This is a drink that's come hugely back into fashion. Oh dear. It's going to taste a little bit coffee-ish. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Porn Star Martini. Now, Porn Star Martini normally has a Prosecco shot on the side. I'm not opening a whole bottle of Prosecco for this skit, seeing as I've already poured a lot of drinks to drink. So we're going to put in 1, 2, 3. So my wife has one as well. This is, this is the Tokyo Cosmo. Never mind, I think I made a mess up here. Excuse me, I'm just going to have to start this again. Put that in there. Let's start again. That was the Cosmo, by the way, which is supposed to go with cranberry, which is in the fridge. Let's start again. This is the Porn Star Martini, one of 2 20cl pours. If you buy the the smaller portion, which is on sale at the moment, I believe. Normally $29.99 down to $22.99. So very similar price to the big bottles. Let's try this again. In fact, I'll make one measure. Where did the ice go? Oh yeah, I put it in there. Okay. Well, I'm just going to have to imagine this. 2, 3. So what's in a porn star martini? Well, it's triple filtered vodka, creme de cacao, white chocolate liqueur, rhubarb liqueur, passion fruit syrup, and then you shake it with pineapple juice. There we go. 3 parts, 2 parts. I'm going to have to strain this off. I'm just losing track here. Ice in there. That's right. Liquid gunk and leftovers in there. Hopefully this will work out. I knew I bit off more than I can chew. How long is this? 15 minutes. We've done all right, haven't we? I've been in bars where we didn't get 6 drinks served in 15 minutes. Porn star martinis coming up. There we go. Oh, cheers. A lot of people knock them, but sometimes only a porn star martini will do. Shout out to the original inventor, who also makes his own premix, by the way, Douglas Ankara. It's a hell of a drink. I don't know where it came from, but it sits beautifully between that sort of taste of childish sherbet and sweets and beautiful fresh pineapple drinks. And you serve it with a shot of fizzy wine on the side. Quite delicious. Now we're going to finish with one big flurry. Going to find the lime. Put a lime roundel in here. Come on, behave yourself. Okay, right. What have we got here? Those people that are massive fans of Sunday brunch with my dear friend Simon Rimmer. Sometimes some cocktail dude comes on there who makes the most amazing premixes. His name is Pritesh Mody. He started this, really, this whole premix thing a long time before anybody else saw it, way before lockdown. And here, from the spirit of Zing, or the world of Zing, is the Persian lime and nori margarita. It's as simple as that. This is made from, I think, my favourite tequila in the world, which is Ocho tequila. That's it. Simple as that. That's how simple it is to make one of his drinks. Delivers in the post. Oh, yeah. He knows how to do it. He really does. Quite stunning. There you go. Just to recap, shout out to Sly Augustin at Trailer Happiness. Shout out to David Ross. He's the boss with the dehydrated fruits. Shout out to Rob at Aster Lee Brothers and the Aperitivo Digestivo Club with the most delicious Negroni, the pink Negroni. We have the cans of amazing Bloody Mary, which is fantastic. We have Jim at Cocktail Delivery with his Espresso Martini and his Porn Star Martini. And just to finish off, Pritesh Mody, you're a god at World of Zing. The Bordeaux Cask Gauge Negroni will have to wait for another time. Have fun. That's enough to be getting on with, right?